Looks like I have a new letter.
High position gerecht.
Yeah, professional streamer and whatnot. I'd forgotten about actually starting NVIDIA broadcast for the mic filters. GG's. So I guess you guys missed my entire introduction there. That's fine. But yeah, hello there Maxi, hello there Assertive, welcome in. I was about to say, like, why are you guys saying good morning? It's like 1:30 over here. And I've been awake for quite a few hours now. But yeah, good morning to you. I hope you guys had a good sleep. Yeah, like 1:30, so like, you know, about 1:30. Germany has only one time zone, so it doesn't matter where you are. But yeah, so what I was saying in the introduction is that I've actually went ahead and got the remaining upgrades for the Jackdaw, so we could take on the remaining legendary ship battles today. Starting with this one down here. And the plan is to go from this one up here into the north east section. Then we head for the final one over here. And that finishes kind of like the round trip to get back to the main story and Tulum, to the assassin base. But yeah, we're gonna start with this one over here. Yeah, it's fine. He was saying how amazing we were, but his mic was like, silence! You shall not say this. You shall not pass.
She'll take it.
But you're right, Maxi, that's exactly what I was saying. Yeah, no worries, assertive. Yeah, we should definitely have the same time zone. The stream is going to be legend. Wait for it. Dairy then. Indeed. Well, I guess it depends whether or not we actually get these battles done. First try that is. I can get it done eventually, but ideally I would like to get this done first try.
What's that in the fog? It looks like a ship. Looks like a ghost ship. Aye, risen from the dead to sink us.
I love these kind of like crew dialogues. This is gonna be trickier because this time I have the NVIDIA physics particles activated, which makes smoke and fog more severe, so you can see like less than without it.
Ready to fire, Captain! Fire! Fighting all at once is vulnerable there. Awaiting your
I can't see shit.
miss. Are the hooks tight? We're ready, sir. Get the vehicles into the wind.
Where's the ship? It really is a ghost ship with physics particles activated.
More sail! All sail!
But where's it?
Look at the wall plate there! Fire! It's all exposed! Take the shots up! Awaiting your fire! Fire!
Got it. And first try 2. Oh yeah. I gotta say, it definitely makes it trickier seeing where the ship actually is with the physics particles. But it's kinda cool though, you know, a lot of the additional kind of like special effects you're getting. It definitely makes it more like a ghost ship fight that way than it would without.
Call them in! Get off the wind!
Cheers, Maxi, for the GGs.
Wheels down! Catch some wind! Every last scrap of duck on the wind!
I'm not looking forward to the 2-ship fight though, because once you destroy one, the other one would just straight up ram into you. That's gonna be a tricky one, especially when they kind of like end up sandwiching you. Such a beautiful game, you know, to this day. I'm really, you know, the more I play this, the more I'm getting curious about the remake and how it's gonna feel and look like. If they're gonna actually end up nailing the kind of like, you know, same vibe or not. Because some remakes have done a good job at, you know, still retaining kind of like the initial vibe of a game. Also things like, you know, will they keep the soundtrack? Since that's kind of like a major thing about the game.
Larboard! Looks like booty! Haul in the sunstone! Do you require my services? My thanks.
Alright, we're all set up here.
You need to vanish, friend.
Time for the next legendary ship battle. Can like head straight for it now, don't need to hit the other fort here.
Get the main screen!
Could have a look at Great Anagua real quick though, because it's right around the corner. And the only money we have to spend now on anything is kind of like the upgrades at our home base. Which are just of visual nature, but you know, I don't have anything else to spend the money on. Except for maybe hunting ingredients. We could technically buy the hunting ingredients to get the final crafting upgrades. That could be nice actually.
I dug his grave with a silver spade.
Max, you made it a little decision. You decided to make the YouTube stream just gameplay and your microphone. So memes etc. are not included. That way if someone just wants to see the gameplay and no memes, play them, they can watch YouTube. Also allows you to use HDR as well. That's really cool. I don't blame you for doing that, you know, because it could be a bit jarring as like someone who's just watching the, you know, playthrough to have like, you know, memes and random like sound bits popping up. Might actually, you know, result in like not quite as good of a viewing experience. So that's a cool idea to kind of like separate it a bit and, you know, make the live Twitch stream or kind of like, you know, what isn't staying on YouTube, I guess. One that's more interactive. Okay, so we need one great white shark bone, one hammerhead shark, one rabbit, 2 howler monkeys, 1 capuchin monkey, and yeah, the other thing stuff is just like outfits.
Bienvenue! Enter, enter!
Can I craft here? Ah yeah, I can. So getting the last health upgrade. Next pistol ammo pouch. The smoke bomb pouch 2. The dart pouch. And the upgrade for the berserk dart here. So, that's pretty much maxed out here. Let's refill everything. And I mean, at this point we could actually sell everything we have because we don't need anything anymore. Even if you barely get any money for like cloth and stuff, but you know, that's still like almost 4k for the cloth that we're having.
Excellent. Merci, mon ami.
Twitch can be the fun side and YouTube the focus side. Definitely makes sense to separate those platforms a little bit. Especially if also the whole like, you know, meme stuff can only be redeemed through Twitch either.
This still doesn't quite feel like home.
Yeah, we can buy a new facade for the house, for the manor, for 6k. It's kind of cool, you can actually access the fleet from here as well. It's also a bit of a collection of the ships that you have seen throughout the game. Oh, it's actually updates of a database here. Ah yeah, so this is where we have the update in addition to a database entry. Makes it because sometimes you want to really experience the game and then all of a sudden, may I help you? Makes it funny for some, but you're sure some people just want to chill and watch the game, so it helps to make everyone happy, you think? Absolutely. Yeah, but actually thinking as well about, you know, how would go about maybe, you know, having like the memes or sound bits not happening on YouTube either. I guess you could assign it to like a different audio track or something. So it doesn't get, you know, recorded into the broadcast, but you can hear it on the stream. But yeah, it's I think a good idea, you know, could be a bit off-putting for people who are not really familiar with the memes either. I mean, that's also good, you know, sometimes you might wanna not hear the sound bits, you know, if you're just focusing or, you know, there's like a cutscene or whatever. You can use Source Record to help just record the gameplay and your mic, for example. I gotcha. Yeah, that's quite handy, being able to kind of like, separate that. Mary Read. Official records of her activities do not appear until around 1720. A ship she had been sailing on was taken by pirates, who were subsequently arrested. In order to avoid a swift execution by Governor Rogers in Nassau, Mary took the king's pardon and there she settled. Whether or not this was a front for more secretive activity, it is hard to say. It was at this time, however, that Mary met and befriended the much younger Anne Bonny. The two became close friends, as Anne reportedly saw through Mary's disguise rather quickly. Unfortunately, Anne's beau, Jack Rackham, did not, and Mary was compelled to reveal herself as a woman to avoid a pointless altercation. According to recently unearthed documents, we know that some of Governor Rogers' administrators were eventually made aware of Mary's status as a woman, likely on account of Rackham's big mouth. In any event, Mary, Anne, and Jack didn't hang around Nassau for much longer after their meeting. At some point in the late summer of 1720, the trio raised a small crew and stole a schooner docked in Nassau's harbor. For 3 months they pirated and pillaged, with Anne and Mary taking the lead whenever their self-appointed Captain Rackham was indisposed from drink. Unfortunately for all, Rackham's incompetence also landed them in more trouble than they could handle. In October 1720, the ship was set upon by the British. By the British? According to reports, only Anne, Mary, and one unnamed young man were fit enough to resist, and resist they did. Miraculously, only the young man died in the ensuing fight. Anne and Mary were arrested, as were Jack Rackham and the rest of his crew, after they woke from their drunken stupors below deck. Taken to Kingston for trial, the execution was stayed after the woman announced they were many months pregnant. Mary languished in jail until her term was up. Unfortunately, just days after giving birth, she died of a severe illness of infection, likely caused by the terrible, unsanitary conditions of her captivity. It isn't known what happened to Mary's child. Man, it's just... what an end to, such a great character and person. Just sad. Ah, right, Maxi. Yeah, that would definitely help too, being able to record it through 2 different kind of capture cards. Hello there, Ninja. Welcome in.
It's still missing
And good day to you.
something.
Not yet. We're very close though. We're currently in sequence 11 out of 12. So I'm aiming on finishing the game today. But first we're doing the legendary ship battles though. Kinda like working on those at the moment. Still got another 2 to go. Okay, we're gonna buy the Tower and Gardens.
Now what could I add to make it perfect?
And then we can also buy the guest house for 40k. That hurts. But yes. Let's get it. But yeah, that's everything gotten for the hideout here. All the upgrades are now finished.
Upgrades.
Upgrades. Oh yeah, do you, Ninja? So I have played the game a couple of times before. So I do know about the ending. It It really does, Maxi. Such a beautiful game. Just aged so well. But I'm quite curious about the remake, you know, and if we're gonna end up nailing the same kind of like atmosphere that this game creates. And that's a very suit for the sound bit. I really like it too. I mean, I used to love the heck out of Matrix movies, so that's a scene that definitely was iconic to me for a long time. Thank you for follow, Ninja. The way to kill the main villain is not good. They should have done more to killing him. That's definitely fair. But sometimes with AC games, you know, they tend to kind of like rush towards the ending a little bit. I feel like this game is definitely similar in terms of like how quickly you go from one target to another, which doesn't give you like tons of time, you know, to kind of like, you know, spend with one target, I guess, in the end. It definitely happens quite quickly, like back to back everything. But yeah, that's something that's a lot of the AC games sometimes struggle with towards the end of their stories. But it gets a bit like rushy. A stream for me, but you're doing work even on a Saturday. Do you now, Dr. Darling? I definitely hope that work goes well for you today, and that it isn't, you know, too busy. But yeah, a stream. We're gonna try and finish Black Flag today. Doing the last two legendary ship edits first of all. Then it's time to finish sequence 11 and 12. Hello Vadex, welcome in. And good morning. Ahoy. Ahoy there. Hello there, Gorky, welcome in, dude. Another white whale location. It's like number 7 or 8 in this playthrough. Cheers, Dex. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. And yeah, it was a pretty good year. Definitely a busy year, but good for sure. Ahoy there, Oliver. Welcome in. And bye. Goodbye, Oliver. I hope you're having a good day. Gotta go gym, training arms. Sounds like a plan, dude. I hope it goes well and hope you have fun at the workout. Get those Hawk arms in shape. Oh shit, it's a double man of war fight. Requiescat in pace. Oh yeah, Oliver, you'd be good matey to have you on the ship. With those arms. And back. Would be a good swimmer. With that kind of back.
Now dig all this.
They're heading straight for us! We're outnumbered!
This is Sparta!
Ready to fire, sir! Fire!
hell. It still managed to ram me so well, even though it got through like 4 barrels of fire or so. Oh yeah, it's quite epic, especially having to fight 2 of them at the same time. But it's really tricky, like once you get one down, the other one will kind of like light itself on fire and just try to smash into you, which does tons of damage. Ideally, you want to get both of them down like to really low health and then finish them back to back. But I thought I could do it regardless.
They're heading straight for us!
Requiescat in wreckage.
On your mark, come out! Fire! Take a shot! Right there, sir! Fire, sir! Fire! Bring us right to the top, sir! Got it! Blues down! Cancel win! Firing! Take some damage here! Working on it hard! Those the gallons of oil! Fire! All in the stunts! Ready to fire! Fire! Brace yourselves! Fire! Damage here! Cruiser! Ethan! Brace! Get the main free! Fire! 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 Every last scrap of duck on the wing! Measure yourselves! Reloading! Fire! Order in! Awaiting order, sir! On your mark, come out! Off target! Ready to fire, sir! Trim the yards off the wind! Loose and trim too! Studs up! Let's get moving!
Actually adds another layer of difficulty in this fight is also that there's a decent amount of waves and wind. Sometimes in which direction you're sailing can really mean you have like more mobility or not. Definitely something to consider.
She's charging at us! Fear up! Awaiting order! Now get it out! Right on a sack time!
Fucking hell.
Douse the royals and horse! Fire! Brace for impact!
How did they fucking get the... What the fuck?
Fire! Fire!
Fucking hell.
Reloading! Go to place!
Okay, we got it. Jesus Christ. Did you see that turn that the man awarded? They did like a straight 90-degree turn there at full speed.
To larboard, sir! Unfurl mains! Let's move!
That's why that fight can get a bit busted once you get one of them down.
All sail! She'll take it!
Say, was you ever in try or grad?
But hey, we got it done. That's the only thing that matters. Which means
Let the river
one remaining.
golden sand and we're down for the Rio Grande. Right away, boys, away.
Thank you for the GG's, Oliver. And catch you next time, dude. Have a good time at the gym.
Farewell to you, all the girls of the town. Away to Rio. You got our half pay for to keep you around, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And away, boys, away. Away to Rio. It's farewell, my bonny young girl, for we're bound for the Rio Grande. She's a deep
But yeah, that also means after the next legendary ship battle, we have the special unique ability unlocked. The super overpowered ram. And I mean, as you could see in that ship battle just now, our ram already deals really good damage. But with that, it's also gonna make it easier to actually, you know, get like a speed bonus on top of it.
Farewell, my bonny young girl, for we're bound for the Rio Grande. We were sick of the beach when our money was gone. Away to Rio, and sign in this packet to drive her along, and we're bound for the Rio Grande. And away, boys, away, away to Rio. It's farewell, my bonny young girl, for we're bound for the Rio Grande.
It's kind of interesting now that I think about it, but we don't have here any shanties or like music right now at night time. I wonder if the shanties kind of like disappeared due to the crew maybe seemingly, you know, going to sleep. At least the singing crew. Not sure. Or if it's just a coincidence, but usually it goes like shanty, like 1 minute pause, soundtrack, ambient music, 1 minute pause, shanty, and back and forth. But yeah, right now at night time we don't have any shanties or soundtrack whatsoever, it seems. I reckon once we get closer to dawn time it might pick up again. Or I guess what could also be is if the game considers you to be like in a storm. But that wasn't the case because I could have like travel speed on, which you can only do when you're not in a storm. Yeah, now we're closer to dawn time and now we're starting to sing.
¿Puedo ayudarlo? Mil gracias.
Well, great news. You're officially off the hook.
Get the mainsails into the wind!
Still doesn't feel quite right not having Adewale next to me and, you know, given the commands.
Main sails! More sail! All sail!
But it's a cool detail, you know, how things on the ship change according to the story.
Drown and await to be hung. We're all bound over the mountain. Oh, growl ye may, but go ye must. Baby Susiana, if you growl too hard, your head they'll bust. We're all bound over the
Right, final boss fight.
and her 2 blocks. Baby Susiana, and go below to your old dicty box.
There it is.
Ship sighted! Oh, she's a beast!
El Impoluto.
What's she doing? She's coming at us!
Oh great, another ram ship.
Ready to fire!
Hey buddy, just wanted to leave a quick sup here. Love you, enjoy the stream and say hi to Leather Green. 3.
Hello there, Danny. Welcome into it. I hope it's going well. Thank you so much for the resub as well, dude. And yeah, it's going pretty good. Having a nice stream, doing some major boss battles here for a moment. That's going good. I hope you're having a nice weekend so far. Definitely will say hi to Levi as well from you. The music kind of reminds me of a mix between AC2 and Origins. Like that's kind of like guitar, whatever it is.
Let's go! Awaiting orders! Brace for impact! Damage taken! They're all putting us down! Fire! Get the missiles into the wind! Right for fire! Fire!
That's acceleration on the ship.
On your mark, come in! On your mark, come on! Lock it up! Brace yourself! Close the gun and deploy! Fire! Yeah!
Oh yeah. Goodbye. And a rogue wave to send us off. They really want me to die here. As you can see now, we actually have a ram ability unlocked here. What about the cooldown is on this? Okay, it's not much. It's not even 10 seconds. But yeah, that's all the legendary ships defeated. Which means now we only have a main story left. And yeah, that's what we're gonna focus on here. Let's go to this fort first of all. Gotta get some ammunition and health back. Then we can focus on getting the game done. A level 1 pirate gunboat. I guess someone has to start somewhere. Dude, you're a bit in the way. Sucks, doesn't it?
Care to lose all the unwanted attention? ¿Necesita algo? Creo que ha sido un buen trato. Hasta otra. Want to be left in peace, my friend?
Unfold, mates! Let's move!
Time to return back to Tulum, to the assassins. It's kind of interesting because I've always wondered, you know, the way the cutscene starts, because you meet Adewale and, you know, the assassins are still doing pretty bad, actually, you know. And Adewale says something along the lines like, your last visit has left a mark, or, you know, they still haven't recovered from it. But it's been quite a few years now since when we've been there. Let me actually look at the historic order list. So it's been like 5 years now since we've last been in Tulum. And yes, I mean, Epward has compromised the location of Tulum. But you'd still think that 5 years would have been enough for them to kind of like re-establish their presence and power there without, you know, much trouble.
See me die, see me die. You are welcome to my goal, and by it I lost my soul. Come all you young and old, I must die, I must die. Come all you young and old, I must die.
What are you doing to Adewale there, dude? I have a pathfinding on some NPCs. Truly something. Look at that, I actually cured him for like a millisecond. It's quite interesting because it's exactly 5 years since you've last been here, like on the month, which right now is May of 1721.
Jesus, Addy, what the hell happened here?
You happened here, Edward. The damage you caused 6 years ago has not been undone.
I'm not an easy man to call a friend, am I? Is that why you're here?
To fight beside a man so driven by personal gain and glory is a hard thing, Edward. And I have come to feel the assassins and their creed a more honorable course. Have I been unfair?
No. For years I've been rushing around, taking whatever I fancied, not giving a tinker's curse for those I hurt. And yet here I am, with riches and a reputation, feeling no wiser than when I left home. Yet when I turn around, look at the course I've run, there's not a man or woman that I love left standing beside me.
There is time to make amends, Captain Kenway.
Mary. Before she died, she asked me to do good by her, to sort out the mess I made. Can you help me?
Mary was fond of you, Edward. She saw something in your bearing that gave her hope you might one day fight with us.
So it's quite interesting that Adevales says 6 years ago, because it doesn't match the timeline at least. It's like exactly 5 years ago. But that can happen sometimes, you know, that what you have the characters say in the game doesn't 100% match what, you know, the date or year is maybe. So that's one of those situations.
Aye. She told me.
And what do you think of our creed?
It's hard to say. For if nothing is true, then why believe anything? And if everything is permitted, why not chase every desire?
Why, indeed.
It might be that this idea is only the beginning of wisdom, not its final form.
That's quite a step up from the Edward I met here many years ago. So what do you think?
It'll take some getting used to.
The second attack this month, I should have moved this village long ago.
I brought all this upon you years ago, but I will stand by you now.
It will take more than a few favors to call yourself a true assassin, Edward.
One thing at a time, mate.
I was about to say, like, you're getting constantly attacked in a location that has been compromised and you still haven't moved your main headquarters to another position. I mean, you can definitely blame Edward for compromising your hideout, but you know, they're still staying here, so it's kind of like their choice as well. Okay, so we gotta use rope dart to hang guards and also to pull guards towards us. Can I actually craft upgrades here? Now that we have it. We can get at least the second upgrade here. Missing one black Jaguar Pelvo. But it's something. It's a bit of a shame we get it so late into the game. Basically, you know, until the last sequence we don't get it. I'm looking forward to have it in AC3 and Rogue from like pretty early on into the game. It's quite a fun, you know, stealth tool. But also for combat and hunting it's very effective.
Stay close, Edward. Follow my lead.
I like how the assassin is marked as like an enemy here.
¡Venceremos a esos gusanos!
Tengo en mi línea de tiro.
Thank you for this free stream streak there, Maxi. Should be a lot more, but Twitch being twitchy with watch streaks. Yeah, I know how that can be like sometimes. But thank you, dude. I appreciate the stream and lurk streak. Love its music here. Never mind. Guess we escape for now.
¡Mantened la posición y avanzad a mi señal! ¡Desembarcad a vuestros puestos!
Sí, al fin. El mío tiene tantos agujeros que parece que me han largado.
¡Tened vuestros sables a mano! ¡Mantened la posición y avanzad a mi señal! ¡Desembarcad a vuestros puestos! ¡Pólvora seca!
The way we hung him there was still, you know, staying on top. Amazing. But yeah, that finishes sequence 11. One more to go.
Janumuk Awol Yetel Abishan. And once more you have our thanks, Edward. You are welcome here.
Thank you, sir. I'll rest here for a time before setting out, if I may. How's her child?
She is a strong woman, but not invincible.
sorry for your loss.
If I'd stayed in prison, they'd have taken him from me. He'd never be alive. Maybe this is God's way of saying I'm not fit to be a mother yet. Carrying on like I do. Cursing and drinking and fighting.
You are a fighter, aye. In prison, I heard stories of the infamous Anne Bonny and Mary Read taking on the King's Navy together. Just the pair of you.
It's all true. Anne would have won that day if Jack and his lads weren't passed out in the hold from drink. Edward. Everyone's gone, aren't they? Mary, Raccoon, Touch, all the rest. I miss them so. Rough as they were. Do you feel that too? All empty inside?
I do. Devil curse me. I do.
Such a good moment between the two. And, you know, Edward also kind of like being honest with himself and coming to terms, you know, with everything that's happened.
I know my targets by sight well enough, but how will I find them?
We have spies and informants in every city. Visit our bureaus and the assassins there will guide you.
That fixes Torres and Rogers. But Bartholomew Roberts won't be near any city. Might take months to find him.
Or years. But you're a man of talent and quality, Captain Kenway. I believe you will find him.
And if you're at a loss, don't be afraid to call on your quartermaster for aid.
Quartermaster! What's our present course?
Due west, Captain, if it's still Kingston we're sailing for.
It is indeed, Miss Bonny. Call it out.
Weigh anchor and let fall the courses, lads! We're sailing for Jamaica!
Oh yeah. Got Bonnie as our first mate.
I've barked louder, and to men twice as rough.
Tending bar at the old Avery, you mean?
Among other places. And I sailed with Mary and Rackham for a time, remember?
Of course.
Mary did most of the captaining, Jack did most of the drinking.
Did Mary... Did she ever tell you who it was that fathered her child?
It was a young fella. Sailed with us on that last voyage. Poor lad was killed fighting beside us. The only man not too drunk to stand up for himself.
There was so much about her I didn't know. I called her a friend. But was I one in return?
She thought the world of you, Edward. I've no worries about that.
Well, that's good to hear.
And I miss Mary. Just such a great character. That really sucks, Dr. Darling, about, you know, having a loose Ethernet cable. I definitely know how that can be like. Because I also still have one. Not on my current PC, but that I use for like our media server that is also like a bit loose by nature. But given that we don't have to move it too much, you know, it's like fine most of the time, and should it ever like lose connection, then it still, you know, switches over to Wi-Fi, so not too big of a deal. And yeah, definitely planning on finishing the game today. We only got this last sequence left, so should definitely be able to get it done, even with the no fast travel. Can't wait for Rogue. Yeah, first we're gonna have Freedom Cry, but I mean that will be a pretty short playthrough. So we're gonna get that done in like 1 to 2 streams most likely. I make me own stream. Yeah, I was muted. I was just listening to the convo there between N and Edward. So you're gonna get CPU, cooler, monitor in about 20ish days. That's cool. And I mean, the monitor will come in handy already, since you can, you know, use it with your laptop, I guess. Having like a second screen. Actually, one thing before we head to Kingston here. Yeah, there's a new entry update here for Adivale. Let's see. Okay, so this is the update starting from here. In 1720, these very ideals were put to the test when Captain Kenway sailed to a meeting with notorious Bartholomew Roberts. Adivale had never trusted Roberts, and had hoped Edward might come to the same conclusion before it was too late. Unfortunately, Ada's instincts were correct. In Edward's absence, Roberts' enormous crew attacked the Jackdaw, hoping to subdue her. Ada took command of a brig and sailed her and her crew to safety, regretting the loss of his captain, but confident he had made the right decision. Some months later, Ada resolved to meet with Artabai at the assassin's village in Tulum. There he spoke at length with the old mentor and asked him many questions about the order. After hearing answers that pleased him greatly, Ada joined the order and set about devising a scheme to locate his old captain. Months later, Adivale and the assassins got word that Edward Kenway had been languishing for many months in a prison in Port Royal. They learned too that Mary Reed and Anne Bonny had also been taken there. Ada and Artabai put a plan in motion to rescue them. After the escape, a tragic success, Ada returned the Jackdaw intact to Captain Kenway and bade him visit the assassins as soon as he was able. And in due time, Edward Kenway did just that.
My thanks. Arrivederci.
Captain Kenway.
You have something for me?
The present whereabouts of the Templar Woods Rogers. He is attending a small political function, so do it clean.
The word is King George is calling Rogers back to London.
Aye, not happy with his progress in Nassau.
Still too many pirates roaming about from what I hear.
You'll need a disguise to fool the powderheads at this party. I suggest the visiting diplomat, Ruggiero Ferraro. He's been on our list for some time.
Understood. Will you send this to England for me?
Aye. The ship leaves tomorrow.
Caroline Scott Kenway. Hawkins Lane, Bristol.
There is no beauty to this city. No expression of joy. No aesthetic plan. You walk your streets like animals. Like cattle with no sense of decorum.
Yeah, it's so funny, Dr. Darling. Having Roger Craig Smith voice an Italian Templar diplomat. What a return.
You are all idiots. How you English believe you can subdue the world is beyond me.
You excited about the Rogue streams? I mean, it's not something that you see too often.
Who can drink rum more than once a month? Your deal is revolting.
On Twitch, I guess, these days. Since Rod isn't really streaming it either.
Master, oh, how I miss the warm and winding streets of Firenze. How I miss...
I stream it though. I definitely always include it in my series runs when I play the games. But it's been you know, quite like 2 years or so since I last done like a series run, I guess.
Damn, welcoming heat. Another quaff.
Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you for raising it from memory. It's something I always usually want to forget about.
And he means to make a damn fool of himself!
Well, you did successfully.
Salve. Forgive the lateness of my arrival. I am Rogerio Ferraro.
Aye, Mr. Ferraro. Not a problem.
That accent on Edward. It's almost as good as the Italian accent that Brad Pitt does in Inglourious Bastards.
Ladies and gentlemen, a toast to my brief tenure as Governor of the Bahamas. Oh, under my watch, no less than 300 avowed pirates took the King's pardon and swore guilty to the crown. Yet, for all my successes, His Majesty has seen fit to sack me and call me home to England. Brilliant! God bless the fucker! Therefore, hooray! Hooray for the ignoble and ignorant prigs who rule the world with sticks up their asses! Hooray!
And how is Mrs. Rogers these days?
I haven't the faintest idea, and I don't intend to inquire any further. We separated almost 5 years ago, and both our lives have been the better for it.
Forgive my curiosity, Governor.
Perhaps I'll be more candid later, when the remainder of my reason has left me.
Trust me.
He was a privateer once. How is it you lack so much respect for sailors only trying to make their way in this world?
You couldn't possibly understand my motives, cretin! You have spent a whole lifetime dismantling everything that makes our civilization shine.
But I do understand. I've seen the observatory, and I know its power. You'd use that device to spy and blackmail and sabotage.
Yes. And yet all for a greater purpose. To ensure justice, to snuff out lies, and to seek truth.
There's no man on Earth who needs that power.
Yet you suffer the outlaw Roberts to use it.
No. I'm taking it back. And if you tell me where he is, I'll stop the man.
Here at the edge of a blade, I find a friend in you at last. Principe, you mad bastard. Our best sources say Principe.
You there! Stop!
That man there! The Italian! He did it!
Let me show you. Had a clear shot. Got a good line on him. Markers in the sights. Had a clear shot.
I really like the way they handled Rogers as a character. You know, that they kind of like didn't make him like evilishly bad or anything. That they even end up, you know, working together in a way at the end. By Rogers giving information about the sage's whereabouts to Edward.
It's done.
Where now?
Grab your kit and pack well. We're sailing for Africa.
Just a short trip. But yeah, because also traveling to Africa, it means there's gonna be quite a time skip. And we're gonna be jumping about 7 months forward into February of 1722. So I'm gonna go ahead and change the streaming title accordingly. And that will also be the final year of a game, really. At least if you're not counting the, you know, kind of like epilogue cutscene about 11 years later. Hello there, Schiller. Welcome in, dude. I'm doing well. Working on getting Black Flag finished today. How's your day going? Yeah, imagine that, darling. There was actually a way to just travel across the ocean in real time. I wonder how long it would take in like in-game time even. Even with like a, you know, compressed kind of like size relation. Oh, very nice, Shilla. That's good to hear. Cozy Saturday sounds really nice. Are you gonna play some games today?
Down west of ship that ever did sail, sailed on an errand on a windy day, and we're waiting for day, waiting for day, waiting for day that we get our pay.
I reckon we have an update for Woods Rogers now that he's dead. We don't? No update for Woods Rogers. Maybe we don't get it until the next main mission. Or maybe we just don't update it. Not sure, Shilla? Maybe House of Ashes or final run of Medicine, most likely. I gotcha. I've been playing a decent amount of the Dark Pictures games, haven't you? Also with Men of Medan. Getting all the trophies there. I don't blame you, dude. They look like quite a bit of fun, especially, you know, the whole like decision part in it. I still haven't played any of the Dark Pictures games, but I really enjoyed the Quarry though, like so much more than I anticipated I would. You finished Act 2 in Silksong last night and you unlocked the secret Act 3, then you quit the playthrough. It's like, here's more content. So, the secret Act 3, is that like more of an epilogue, kind of like something that isn't considered part of a main story? Or would you still have to get to the actual like final boss of a game or something? Right, Chilla, yeah. Remember watching guys play a bit together. It's really cool that you can do that actually in such a game. Definitely cool that it allows you to play a bit of co-op. It's like Dr. Darling, there's many things to do. And many unknowns on the horizon. Oh damn. I mean, considering how many run-throughs Rod has already done with those games, and also, you know, testing out like different approaches. That's really cool that, you know, you ended up discovering some cutscenes that were new. Oh shit. Actually thought it was loot there for a second. The whiskey anthem.
Whiskey drove me around Cape Horn. Whiskey, Johnny, it was many a month when I was gone. Whiskey for my Johnny, oh. I thought I heard the old man say, whiskey, Johnny, I'll treat my crew in a decent way. Whiskey for my Johnny.
Captain! Here's one still kicking!
Who did this?
It were a large vessel, the Royal Fortune.
Roberts.
Offered no quarter, didn't say nothing.
Ah, it's so funny sometimes. The way the ship spawns out of the water. Can even go so far that you actually end up being catapulted into the air with a ship, then just end up falling to your death.
Good day, Captain.
So we have the objective of kill guards by destroying powder barrels. Wasn't nearly as many as I wanted to there. Let's see if we can find another powder barrel somewhere.
Stop! Intruder! Help! I have a clear shot!
I think I can... Why? Who chases me now, eh? Is it a spectre come to spook me? Or the gaunt remains of a man I sent to hell?
It's kind of funny, I can't like destroy it yet, apparently. Not until we're on the open sea. It's like immunity or something. is so supposed to be. It's like immune.
Flying British colours!
Okay, now we can board it.
No. There's a device with him that needs taking. I'll have to board her myself.
By Jove, Edward Kennedy, how can I not be impressed by the attention you paid me? May the best of we two sing praises of the second!
A merry life and a short one, as promised. How well I know myself. And what of you, Edward? Have you found the peace you seek?
I'm not aiming so high as that. For what's peace but a confusion between two wars?
Oh, you're a stoic then. But perhaps I was wrong about you. She might have had some use for you after all.
She? Of whom do you speak?
Oh, she who lies in wait, entombed. I had hoped to find her, to see her again, to open the door of the temple and hear her speak my name once more.
Talk sense, man.
Oh, I was born too soon. Like so many others before.
Where's the device, Robert?
Destroy this body, Edward. The Templars. If they take me...
And there we go. The sage is no more. Hello there, Afro. Welcome in. I am playing on PC. Yeah. PC with like maxed out settings pretty much. Shoot the bastard. A bit too late. Yeah. A tiny amount too late there. Also Burbeck. Alright, I'm back. After we tried reinstalling and playing it again, chugging along and kept crashing for you, so just gave up. Just understand Ubisoft 1 month games are working perfectly, the other it's all broken. Yeah, Black Flag is definitely a bit special as well, like especially on modern hardware. There's like quite a lot of issues the game can be having. For example, one should almost never use the physics setting in the game, because it's kind of like designed towards the old version of physics, which doesn't comply with the new version, I don't think. I actually managed to get it working by having it on low. That way it doesn't create performance issues, but you still have like a little bit of the kind of like physics element of the game. But yeah, there's also other things that you maybe have to do, like change the affinity for the CPU cores in the task manager and stuff like that. But yeah, it definitely gets trickier and trickier getting the old AC games comply with modern hardware. Alright, so we're gonna have another time skip, because of course you have to travel back from Africa to the Caribbean and then all the way back to Havana here. So we're actually moving another half a year, 6 months, to August of 1722. And that will already be the second final mission in the game. Yeah, that's the thing, you know, at least with console you don't have the headache of, you know, getting games to even just run in the first place. I mean, it's the reason I ended up actually playing the Ezio collection this time on the Xbox Series X instead of PC, because I just had so many issues with my controls and controller not properly being recognized. Whatever, you know, I tried to do, it just wouldn't really work. I probably have to do like a clean reinstall of Windows to actually get it to work or something. So I ended up just going for the console version instead. Because at least I know, you know, the controller will work there. But yeah. Oh, very cool, Afro. So going for the 100% then. Some fragments can definitely be tricky as well if they're like on the water or like within like an iceberg or something.
Starboard! Looks like booty!
Yeah, we just earlier finished all the legendary ship battles actually. The twins took me 2 times to actually get done this time. The second ship just ended up setting itself on fire and ramming me a bit too early. The whole River Valley map of Rogue is kind of funny to me. You know, geographically speaking, it's not accurate whatsoever. And it's also a bit funny that you have like, you know, proper ships and frigates and stuff sail the rivers. You know, when in Black Flag they're kind of like sailing through the bayou rivers, they kind of like make comments about the ship actually not being built for these waters. In Rogue, that's just a common occurrence. But one of the reasons I like the North Atlantic map a lot better in Rogue, I have to say. Visually and environmentally, it's like more unique, and it's also like a proper ocean type of map. I think in the northern part of River Valley there's like bigger ships. But even, you know, even if not, the bricks are, you know, definitely too big to sail rivers. Like that. But just a bit of an odd choice, I guess. You know, the geography of the River Valley map and trying to make it work with the gameplay system of Black Flag, which is laid out for, you know, ocean traversal. Hello there, Wicked, welcome in. Yeah, I never actually tried that, you know, without any upgrades or with minimal upgrades to take on the legendary battles. But I know that Rod has done a playthrough like that a while ago. Hello there, Maxi. Welcome in, dude. Thank you so much for the raid. And how's it going? I didn't realize you actually ended up streaming. Did you do like a test stream of sorts? For anyone that hasn't checked out Maxi's channel before, I'd recommend doing so. He's a really cool streamer and he has lots of knowledge about the technical side of streaming as well. Plenty of tools to check out between, you know, a death counter that you can customize, a really cool chat box tool, and also a lurker bot as well. So definitely recommend checking out that. And yeah, he's playing a bunch of different games. Recently, he's been doing some Plague Tale Requiem. Oh yeah? Was that just for testing purposes, or are you actually doing like a playthrough of a game? Oh yeah, Maxi, that's great to hear. I'm glad it worked out the way you wanted to with YouTube and Twitch and the broadcast. Yeah, me neither, Afro. I didn't like that too much either. In general, there's like so much back and forth running in Rogue. And, you know, they're kind of like a bit weirdly connected sometimes to places. But yeah. It's also a matter of, I think, what they've done is, of course, create the world, you know, then fill it with activities, but it seems like they eventually ran out of meaningful activities and just placed, you know, collectibles everywhere. And they created like, you know, really elaborate caves and stuff just for like one, you know, like meager chest. And stuff like that. And yeah, it definitely is a bit weird sometimes to navigate through.
Give me some speed.
But it makes sense given, you know, how short of a development time they had for how big the map actually is.
Fire! More sail! All sail!
Hussars all should take Jack.
Oh, that's cool, Maxi. So is that gonna be your first time playing through Plague Tale Requiem? I'm not actually sure if I saw you play that game before. It's not like a straight run to either. Yeah, in Rogue it's definitely quite contrived sometimes. You know, getting to places. wasn't planning to raid, but he saw there were over 5 viewers, so I had to share the love. Cheers, dude, I appreciate it. That's cool that, you know, people came to check out the stream, even if it was, you know, just a test stream. That's another thing in Rogue that was a bit annoying, the treasure maps sometimes. Remember struggling more in Rogue finding them than in Black Flag for some reason. I think it also had to do with the coordinates or something. Not 100% sometimes matching what I was looking for. I think, if I remember correctly, some of them were actually on the dot, on the coordinate they described, others were not. Which made it confusing. Alright, Mixie, yeah, that's true. We played Innocence, but not Requiem yet. That's gonna be cool. Was also for me this year the first time playing Requiem. Definitely enjoyed it. Right, Afro. Yeah. It's been quite a while for me since I've done my completionist run of Rogue. Like 4 years or so. But I remember being a bit annoyed by the treasure maps in that game. Damn, like the whole city of Havana is in lockdown, as you can see. Like, no civilians. Or almost no civilians. Definitely not busy streets here. And we're also like wanted. The entire map is restricted here. Right, yeah. There's gonna be a prequel game featuring a character you will get to meet in Requiem. Looks pretty promising, actually. I look forward to playing that. But that's not very Maxi. Thank you for the lurk and the raid as well. And hope you enjoy the food.
Ah, Captain Kenway. I'm assuming this is the friendliest face you've seen since dropping anchor?
Is Havana under curfew on my account?
Aye. Torres seems to think someone's coming after him.
He's not wrong.
A monkey-looking thing? Is that what I think it is?
Aye. Watch. Through the blood of the governor, we can see through his eyes.
That's by the church.
Keep this safe. Just in case.
I'll be at the bureau. Good luck.
Pendiente con el tiburón en el castillo. El señor Torres querrá hablar con nosotros personalmente.
Just wanna check if there's any optional objective I might have missed, but not yet.
honor. No te alteres, amigo. Esto no es una reunión de sociedad. Seguidnos.
Señor, disculpe, pero ¿por qué tenemos que entrar ahí? Ya han enviado a la mayoría de la flota.
¿Estás cuestionando una orden directa, soldado?
No, señor, pero es que...
Bien. ¡Atención!
I like how we just walk past the dead body there. Don't even care.
He oído historias sobre ellos. Espero que te equivoques.
Ahí, vosotros dos. Cerrad esas bocas antes de que os las tenga que cerrar yo.
Señor, sí, señor.
Dios, ¿ahora qué?
Lucas! Oh, Jesus! You bleeding animal!
Gracias, señor. Esos prisioneros. ¡Cállate! Bien, continuemos. Vosotros, seguidnos. Y esta vez no vayáis a meter la pata. ¡A vuestras posiciones!
Okay, we're gonna have to do this stealthily here.
You're done, Torres. Christ. This again, eh?
Espera un momento.
You're a canny one up close.
¡Aprovechad la ventaja!
Are you weak against bullets?
¡Lo tengo justo en la mira!
I can't score a hit like this. How about a little gunplay?
You can actually properly reload his weapon.
Too skilled for swordplay.
Hello, Varrot. Welcome in, dude.
Into a pistol shot, I reckon.
And welcome in, Raiders. How's it going?
¡Lo tengo a tiro!
Thank you so much for the raid. I hope the rest of Alan Wake 2 went well today. Did you end up finishing the main story, actually?
¡Blanco claro! ¡Lo tengo justo en la mira!
Can't score a hit like this.
¡Blanco claro!
This guy just tried to shoot me now, please.
No man's immune to a pistol shot, I reckon.
Maybe I have to kill this guy too before he tries to actually shoot me again.
You're a canny one up close.
Fucking finally.
How about a little gunplay?
¡Venga! ¡No bajéis el ritmo!
If you could speak, mate, it would gladden me to hear your side. You humbled me once, and I took that hard lesson, and I bettered myself. Die, knowing that for all of our conflict, you helped make a soldier out of a scoundrel. Leave this life for a lasting peace, down among the dead.
That was a stunt, my friend.
¡Alto ahí!
Welcome in, Amita, and good day to you. Welcome back as well, Schiller. And yeah, my day is going pretty good. Having a nice chill Saturday over here. Working on finishing Black Flag today. We are currently already on the second last mission, so definitely gonna get it done in this stream. We also finished all of the legendary ship battles earlier, so that was pretty cool. Getting that done and unlocking the unique ram ability. Thank you, Rod, for the good progress. And yeah, I'm doing quite well, having a nice day over here. I hope the rest of Enowick 2 went well. Did you end up finishing the main story? And yeah, for those of you that didn't come in with a raid, or if you haven't checked out Rod's channel before, definitely recommend doing so. He's currently doing a horror month where he plays primarily scary games. And right now he's working on the Alan Wake series. So he played Alan Wake 1 and is now doing 2 playthroughs of Alan Wake 2, including the DLCs. And yeah, he's gonna play a bunch of other horror games as well, of course. Like Alien Isolation, maybe some Outlast and the likes. A raid for me? Thank you for summoning the German Seraph, and welcome into you. What shall we do with a drunken German? What shall we do with a drunken German? Make him translate things, of course. Well, I'm not quite drunken, but yeah, the German. The German, I should say. Was sollen wir mit dem betrunkenen Deutschen tun? Was sollen wir mit dem betrunkenen Deutschen tun? Wir sollten ihn dazu bringen, Sachen zu übersetzen, natürlich. That deserves an insult, I think, Seraph.
You lack anything remotely resembling a brain!
And that's the verse of a shoutout, Rod. Thank you, Amita, for the GGs. Oh yeah, it's a very nice upgrade, you know, getting that from the legendary ship battles with the RAM. I mean, already the maxed out RAM is, you know, a really good damage output, but with that ability, it's just insane. What awesome to hear, there's more left than you remembered, so you just finished the chapter you were doing, but also watched an optional 15 minutes live action movie you can watch as well before ending. I see. It's really interesting, you know, they got quite creative with what they put into the game. Like earlier seeing that kind of like retro 2D part with the, you know, bit music and stuff. Or seeing like, you know, the kind of like comic graphic novel style they went for. It's definitely quite unique, you know, the different kind of like media forms and presentations they have in that game.
We got word Torres left the city. Who were you chasing?
That vial was labeled Torres, but held the blood of his second. Where's he gone?
Left port this morning, heading west along the coast.
The observatory.
Will we follow?
Send word to Atabai. We've cornered our man.
this Taurus doing looking for the observatory, when you're holding the treasure yourself?
Torres doesn't know I have it.
So why bring it to him and risk its capture?
I'd like him to know I have it, just before he dies.
It's a bit spiteful, isn't it, Edward? Can't blame him. The particular Night Springs episode DLC is definitely a favorite. It's very creative for sure. I'm looking forward to eventually play those, well, Alan Wake 2 in general, but also those DLCs. Absolutely, dude. It's great to see, you know, Edward following up on his promise with Mary and, you know, joining the Assassins in this cause. Even if he hasn't really, you know, formally joined the Assassins yet. But we definitely get a glimpse at, you know, how would behave and operate and act with the Assassins, and if you were to be an Assassin already. But yeah, there's just so many great moments in Edward's character evolution. You know, for example, when you come back to Tulum and speak to Atabai and how he's talking about how he views the creed and, you know, how he understands it. And when Atabai is saying, you know, that's quite a step up from the last Edward I've met or something. Where he was more like, you know, looking at the creed, for example, like literally, and being like, yeah, you know, like everything is permitted. Isn't that your motto? Not having a care in the word. But yeah, he really comes to terms with, you know, that kind of like mentality. Especially after everyone and everything they've lost in the process, I guess. But it's such a great connection, you know, also to the Assassin's Creed. And yeah, I just gotta applaud really Darby, you know, how he manages to kind of like write stories about characters that don't really, you know, represent the Assassins, I guess, like that. Are more like outsiders, maybe part of a different faction, you know, like Vikings or pirates. But he manages to weave in, you know, certain parts about the Assassins quite well into their way of thinking and living. For example, I think about Eivor and the Leap of Faith, you know, and making that work with kind of like the being convinced of not dying, except it's like in a glorious battle, which in turn gives you the conviction you need for proper, you know, leap of faith. So that's pretty cool to see. Zombie, you lack anything remotely resembling a brain. Me. Oh, okay, I'm safe then. No need to kill me. No need to destroy my brain. Definitely. Yeah, it definitely gets a lot more mature. And I mean, it's also 7 years passing between where we get to learn about Edward and, you know, now this time. And that's like, you know, really a large part of his 20s that he went through. He should be like, I'm not sure how old exactly. Let's have a look at the database, actually. Yeah, so he's like about 29 years old. So really like, we followed him for most of his 20s. We actually have an update here on Bartholomew Blackbart Roberts. Let's have a look. Okay, that's the last bit we read here. That he captured like 400 ships in 3 years. But most of them were like pretty small ships though, so it's a bit relative, I guess. But everything from starting here is new. Hello there, Mr. Cody. Welcome in, dude. And good day. It's great having that in Valhalla. It gives a lot of respect and reverence for the leap of faith and the meaning behind it. Yeah, they definitely, you know, really thought about it. Like, how can we introduce the leap of faith, but also make it work with something that Eivor wouldn't be opposed to be doing. Robert's boldest gambit by far was the theft of a fully laden treasure ship taken from a fully armed and manned fleet of 42 docked Portuguese ships. As the story goes, Roberts flew Ford's colors, sailed among the anchored ships until he found a skittish officer to take hostage. Threatening the men with death, he asked where the most valuable ship was moored. When the young man pointed it out, Roberts sailed there, quietly commandeered the ship for his own, and sailed away without any of the other 40 ships being aware of what had transpired. Only that in this story, Edward was kind of the one, you know, taking care of all of it. Roberts wasn't opposed to slavery, but he had a more open policy about African men working freely on his ship. Nevertheless, he did occasionally trade slaves too, when economically necessary, and most notoriously he burned a slave ship with 80 men chained below deck, simply because he was being pursued and had no room to take the slaves aboard. Shortly after this incident, Roberts was tracked by British authorities to the west coast of Africa, and not many miles from where he had begun his career as a captain. Ambushed by those who wanted him dead, Roberts was reported to have dressed in his finest clothes before stepping out onto the deck of a ship, directly into the haw of cannon fire and grape shot. In a flurry of projectiles, Roberts' throat was torn out. He slumped to the deck, coming to rest against one of his cannons, and quietly bled to death. His crew, believing he was resting, reprimanded their captain before discovering his true fate. When they realized he was dead, they picked his body up and tossed it into the ocean, giving him a proper sailor's burial, and denying any British ideas to cart his body home and put it on display. Thus, with a quiet splash, ended the boisterous career of brash and bold Bartholomew Black Bart Roberts. You know, it's kind of cool how the story about him being tossed into the ocean so the British wouldn't get to him and display him matches what he says to Edward about the Templars wanting his body and Edward having to destroy his body. You know, even though that part of course isn't historically accurate about the Templars, but it still matches with a historical detail about how he passed and how he was, you know, sent off. So that's pretty cool. Hello there, Grace. Welcome in. Moin moin. Ahoy. They're doing the Shea Patrick comic accent there. That's a loy. That's a loy, loy, loy. Sounds like oi, make my own luck. Something we're gonna hear quite soon. Once you finish with Freedom Cry. Moin Moin ist schon gesabbelt. Why are you making my brain...
Aye, the Armada. That's Torres and his men.
And you're going to do what exactly?
Find our way past them.
Why making my brain work this hard before noon French? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have, Grace. Hope you have a good start into the day, whoa?
He tried to jump the 5 off it and landed in the bricks. That's a lie, that's a lie, that's a lie, lie, lie. It's wonderful, a ram, sir, it grew towards a brass. One grew out. Enemy lightning roller star. Ready to fire, sir? Loose main sails. Fire! Ready to fire!
That definitely is a good way to start into the day, Grace. Hope you enjoy your coffee. Now we're jumping to the 1st of September, 1722.
Who's this Torres? And what's your man done to earn a death sentence?
He's a Templar, like Rogers and Hornigold. Man cooking up schemes to use the observatory for ill purposes. For power and control. The violence he'd cause with this thing would be subtle but heavy. Deadly, yet leaving no mark. Does that make sense?
Like if there was a drought and people was thirsty, and one man had a large cask of water but gave a sip to none, he'd be a killer with no blood in his hands.
Aye, like that.
Fair enough.
I like that analogy that N makes, but also which is like, well, you know, fair enough. That's good enough reason for me.
Lord, there's a bit of a chill, isn't there?
Hello Vamage, welcome in dude, and good day. I'm doing very well today, thank you for asking. Having a nice chill weekend over here.
Maybe they've gone?
No, they're here. Deep in the jungle.
How's your day going? He wants to murder people? Yeah, okay, murdering him is good. Just gotta murder the right people, I guess. Easy as that. Okay, so we gotta rescue a couple guardians here.
Just there. What should we do? Oh. Oh. Jesus, look at all this. Corpses for miles.
They brought every ounce of menace they had.
You know, often Taurus seems like a really, you know, tempered Templar. You know, that doesn't resort to like much violence, but when you come over here and see the impact of his arrival to secure the observatory, you see that it's not really about that whatsoever. And you know, even Edward, a pirate who didn't really care too much about the, you know, people living here, canonically speaking, he still didn't end up murdering them. He just, you know, knocked them out, left them unconscious. Oh, very nice, Mitch. That's great to hear. About to enter in a cleaning streak. Gotta clean everything. Definitely been there. Sounds good, Mitch. Best of luck with your chores. I hope it goes well. In typical Templar fashion, it's not enough, you know, to kind of like kill the people living here. Gotta burn down everything as well. Oh, hold on, there might be some natives I have to save here. Yeah.
Alto! Hey!
Yeah, I don't blame you, Grace. Sometimes can be like that, you know. Like even just a few days not doing too much, you know, can really power up sometimes.
Quieto!
¡Eres mío! ¡Baraja ese!
Saluda de mi parte al del tridente. Intentas...
Oh yeah, there we go. It's all of the guys that is safe here.
What is it?
Later, Anne. I'll tell you all when this is finished.
Oh yeah, no worries then. This is like totally normal. What's happening here? The structures that you can see. There was a chest I didn't open back there. Restart memory. That's true. As a true pirate, I should make sure to get every chest I come across. Doesn't matter how much money I have. You can never say no to a little bit more. can you really have ever too much money?
Holy Mother of God. Is this the place we've come to see?
Aye.
Exactly, Grace. I mean, after everything she's seen now, this shouldn't surprise you, should it? This is totally legit and normal.
Stand watch here, and let none follow.
Fit for another dozen fights, aye. I'll be all right here. Go!
Okay, before we go in here, I just want to see if there's any new updates on the database. Nope, we're good. Alrighty. Let's do this.
¡Venga, muévete! ¡No puedo! ¡Mis piernas no responden!
¡Déjalo! ¡Déjalo! ¡Volvemos todos! ¿Has oído? ¡Levántate! ¡No quiero dejarte aquí! ¡Será vuestro funeral!
¡Por favor! ¡Está aquí! ¡El pirata está aquí!
Nuestro deber es quedarnos con Torres. ¿Dónde vais?
¡Ese viejo conseguirá que nos maten a todos!
¡Te castigarán por esto, cobarde!
¿Quién me va a castigar? ¿Un hombre muerto?
¡Tú! ¡No irás a ningún lado!
Oh shit. I really thought I could have went there. But nope.
ourselves and brought these miserable empires to their knees. There is so much potential, so much you have not yet accomplished. I could show you things. Mysteries beyond anything that you could imagine.
I was actually wondering if I could hang him from here, but doesn't work. Would have been funny if you could have.
Captain Kenway. Ever a splinter in my side. Does this murder fulfill you?
I'm only seeing a job done, Torres. As you'd have done with me.
As we have done, I think. You have no family anymore, no friends, no future. Your losses are far greater than ours.
That may be. But killing you rights a far greater wrong than ever I did.
You honestly believe that?
You would see all of mankind corralled into a neatly furnished prison, safe and sober, yet dulled beyond reason and sapped of all spirit. So with everything I've seen and learned in these last years, I do believe it.
You wear your convictions well. They suit you.
Torres awakened something fierce. Are we safe?
With the device returned, I believe so.
What do you call this place?
Captain Kenway's folly!
Etsawol tesu tukila. Ka wenen. We will seal this place and discard the key. Until another sage appears, this door will remain locked.
There were vials when I came here last. Filled with the blood of ancient men, Robert said, but they're gone now.
Then it's up to us to recover them, before the Templars catch wind of this. You could join us in that cause.
I will, but only after I fix what I mangled back home.
It arrived last week.
Man, what a good scene. You know, just like, kind of like observing, you know, the faces and, you know, the way Atabai, you know, looks to Adewale and you know, seeing Edward kind of like go through the letter, kind of like rushing through it, you know, for the information that the look that Atabai was giving applies, you know, and then seeing his face now. It's just something that doesn't get communicated, you know, with the player whatsoever, but you can of course guess, you know, that Edward's love Caroline is no more. And just really heartbreaking in a way, you know, seeing that Edward has made this change of heart. You know, he was ready to face the consequences, ready to come home and, you know, be the type of man that Caroline always wanted him to be, maybe, you know, and that he's ready to become now. And it's too late, unfortunately. But the great thing, it's not too late to be a father, you know, to his daughter. And yeah, quite looking forward to see him, you know, kind of like meet his daughter for the first time even, you know. But it's a great moment getting to that part too. Yeah, Grace, it's like, whoops. Desynchronized trilegious. Or want to rule the word? Trilegious too. Either way, it's a guaranteed success. Indeed, Grace. Yeah, when you kill the Sage, one of the later targets in the game, you actually have to kill him with like a hang assassination. So it would have been cool if you could have done the same here. But, yeah, doesn't quite work. Thank you so much for the GGs, for Schiller and Amita. You've seen a device similar to this in a museum in Italy, in the Galileo Museum. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I wonder what kind of device that might have been, like, what it was used for, I guess. I mean, I reckon kind of like in connection to the stars, maybe? The star system or planetary system? GG.leeches. Exactly. Thank you for GG's, Seraph.
Wakey, wakey. I don't believe we've been formally introduced. Not in this era, anyway. I wish I could explain all the strangeness, but there isn't much time. The short of it is, you saw my beloved Juno. And for a brief moment, I thought she might occupy this tender body of yours. But something went wrong. And now, she's back out there, adrift. Oh, she was magnificent once. One of a race of beautiful, wonderful creatures. They created your kind. Did you know that? Your people were tools to them. That's all you have ever been. That's all you should ever be. One day soon, I hope. For the world is nearly ready for her return. Wired. Prepared for a second coming. Uh-oh. Here they come. Those Templars. Or maybe assassins this time. Idiots. All of them. I envy you. It was her wish that I be here to greet her. It was her experiment that made it possible for my rebirth as one of these things.
Ah! Stay down! Get down on your back! Now! He's got a gun!
Guide me into the grave, beloved! I am your instrument!
Put the gun down! Drop it! Drop your weapon!
Clear! Clear! Check his vitals. He's bleeding fast. Check the victim.
Are you okay? Can you hear me? Hello? Talk to me. You alright?
There you are. Thank God. I hope you feel well. You look good. Can you stand? Good. Try walking around. A doctor came by, said there wasn't anything to worry about. That the liquid in the syringe was far, far below a lethal dose. I feel terrible about all this. About everything. All our evidence pointed to you, but it was John all along. God, the things we found on his computer. Whatever you need, we'll provide. You've done an amazing job. Speaking of which, our trailer is finished. Would you like to see it? I owe you that much. There we go. I uploaded it to your database. You can watch it here or at your Animus. I think you'll love it. It really captures the essence of the era.
No, it doesn't.
Take care. And again, thank you.
It's the worst trailer ever.
In a world where pirates rule the waves, these men will discover that nothing is sacred and everyone is committed to rum, plunder, and women.
Hola, ladies.
This summer, Abstergo Entertainment invites you aboard for the adventure of a lifetime. So sharpen your cutlasses, shine your hooks, and sail with the devils of the Caribbean. This virtual experience is not being rated.
It's kind of funny this to have Olivier Garneau in the, credits. It's like a production under his leadership. Because, he's already dead at this point and definitely confirmed to be dead too. One more into the leech, dear friend. Once more. Indeed. But yeah, no worries, Amita. Thank you so much for being here, dude, and for the lurk as well. Hope you have a good time with Detroit Become Human, and catch you next time. Holla, ladies. Yeah, that's voice actor plus the way he pronounces holla, ladies is just pure cringe level. The company almost got you killed. We sent you a box of donuts like once a week. That would be fine, right? Exactly. I mean, if they didn't manage to kill me, the box of donuts every week is gonna do it in due time. This is what the remake will look like. I mean, considering the current course of Ubisoft, it wouldn't be surprising if it was actually like that. Exactly, Shilla. The first trailer, wow, it did kind of like stereotype the pirates and, was kind of like superficial in a way. It's still so much more better than whatever this is, this trailer. That could be a new soundbite. It could be, but I'm not sure if I can handle it more than once per playthrough. It's just one of those things that always makes me kind of like, makes my skin crawl whenever I hear that voice actor say it like that. Especially since I've kind of like been starting to learn some Spanish myself. It's the same guy who voices younger Warren the dickhead in this. That's true, yeah. Yeah, and the recordings, the memos that you can find, they're equally as painful to listen to. But it's kind of funny, that's actually the same voice actor.
And, well, what now?
Talk, you idiot! Look at the light!
Isn't that the battery? I think that's the battery. Hello? Hello? Look, sorry about this. My name is Sean, and back there is Rebecca, my partner in crime.
Hello.
Bloody good work earlier, honestly, I mean it, delivering us all that data. It's really just too bad that our man on the inside was such a, how to put it? Fanatic. Fanatic is the best word, I suppose.
We take who we can get.
Exactly. Well put. We saw in John an opportunity to burrow deeper into Abstergo's cloud servers, and I'm not ashamed to say we took it. Not realizing, of course, that he was enlisting you to help him. And to blame, should anything go wrong. I suppose it all worked out very nicely in the end. Most of it, anyway.
What Sean really wants to say is, if you're up for more hacking, we are too. John gave you level 3 security clearance before he died. You should use it. The assassins don't have the resources to pay you like the Templars do, but we'll make it worth your while.
Look, we should really cut it short, Bex. 20 seconds.
All right. Good luck.
Cheers, mate. And top-notch work. Really top. Give yourself a pat on the back. And happy hacking.
It's so unusual to hear Sean like in such a positive manner, and even commending us on our efforts. Who are you and what have you done with Sean? Where's the snarky, sarcastic, depressing tech dude? The know-it-all that we all love so dearly. And the guy who speaks about the memories of Everline is the same who plays Gerard and Latouche. That's true as well, yeah. It's still funny to think about that Gerard and Latouche are the same guy. Definitely done a good job in, portraying different characters there. And thank you so much as well, dude, for the GGs on finishing the main game. Yeah, now only the epilogue is left here. Now we're still staying in the year 1722 for the epilogue and the arrival of Edward's daughter. But for the final cutscene of the game, we're actually moving into the year 1733. But it's still before the Freedom Cry DLC takes place, though, which is 2 years later in 1735. So it's not like we have to move to Freedom Cry, then watch the final cutscene. We can like all watch it back to back pretty much. Hacking? I don't know if they had hacking in 1722. Yeah, only like hacking of wood or something. Or hacking of hats. That's the only thing that we're hacking. Exactly, Grace. Yeah, exactly. That kind of hacking.
Gentlemen, how do you find it here?
It will work for us. But our goal must be to scatter our operations. To live and work among the people we protect, just as Altair Ben Lahad once counseled.
Well, until that time, it's yours as you see fit.
Edward, Captain Woods Rogers survived his wounds. He has since returned to England, shamed and in great debt, but no less a threat.
I will finish that job when I return. You have my word. Evening, Anne.
Edward?
I'll be sailing for London in the next few months. I'd be a hopeful man if you were beside me.
England's the wrong way around the globe for an Irish woman.
Will you stay with the assassins?
No, I haven't got that kind of conviction in my heart. You?
In time, aye. When my mind is settled and my blood is cooled.
Sail ho! Coming into the cove!
You're a good man, Edward. And if you learn to keep settled in one place for more than a week, you'll make a fine father too. Of all the money that e'er I had, I spent it in good company, and all the harm that e'er I've done, and as it was to none but me, and all I've done for want of wit to memory now I can't. So felt the parting glass. Good night and joy be with you all. Oh, ere I had, they're sorry for my going, and all the sweet ere I've loved, they'd wish me one more day to stay. But since it falls unto my lot that I should rise and you should, I'll gently rise and softly call. Good night and joy.
Did you always know how to sail a boat?
The Jackdaw is a ship, Jenny, not a boat.
But did you always know?
No. No, I learned after leaving Bristol.
After you left Mother?
Well, I didn't leave without saying goodbye, that is. It was an arrangement, you see, between your mother and me.
She said you left her. She said you always talked about sailing a boat and making money in the New World.
I did always want to sail a ship. That's true. But not for a lark. To support us. To take care of her. And you.
Not me. Mother said you didn't know about me. She said you worked only once a year and that she never knew where to find you.
That's all true, and I'm sorry for that. If I'd known earlier, I don't know. I might have come home. I hope that I would have.
Well, you were busy. That's what I think.
I was, but that wouldn't have mattered.
Can I steal your boat?
Boat? I see no boat here. Do you?
Oh, I mean ship, obviously. I don't see the difference anyway.
Ah, it's a very simple one, Jenny. A ship can carry a boat, but a boat cannot carry a ship.
Why then, everything is a ship. Large and small. But for my toy boat, the one I take into the bath with me.
That's a clever way of seeing it. Is it hard to talk about Caroline, Jenny? About your mother?
No. She passed some years ago. I miss her, but it's all right.
Was she in pain?
I don't know. I don't think so. She was very happy for quite some time. Then, not so happy. I didn't see her much after that. Then, she was gone.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I wasn't there for you.
It's all right. You're here now. And we're on an adventure.
Only a little one, I hope. I can't handle too many more surprises.
Do you think we'll see a whale?
Yes, there's a very good chance.
And what about pirates? Will I see pirates?
No. Not much chance of that, I think.
Oh, that's rather sad. I should have liked to have seen one.
Tell you what, Jenny. As soon as these winds die a little, I'll let you steer the Jackdaw. One little trick of the helm before sundown.
Yay!
Miss Jennifer Kenway, may I introduce myself?
Jennifer Scott, if you please.
I'm sorry,
My daughter was raised by her mother, Caroline, until she passed away some years ago. Jenny prefers to use her surname to mine.
Please forgive my ignorance.
I will. She may not.
Father, help me!
This little rascal, however, is a Kenway. What's wrong, Hafen?
I can't see the stage.
Up we go. How's that?
Fine. But won't your arms tire?
Hey, I'm not so old as that. But if they do, then we shall quit this posh gig and go and meet your mother for some chocolate at White's. How's that sound?
Yes, please.
Okay, hush now.
You know, it's so funny, kind of like seeing the circumstances in which Edward, but probably also Jenny were raised, and then seeing like young Haven. And he's like the most posh London kid you could imagine. way he talks and behaves, you know. Because obviously, you know, Edward has quite some riches, so he's definitely part of the noble class now in London. And that's the circumstance in which Haven is being raised, and that also explains some of her manners in which he behaves himself, you know, also later. But it's kind of funny, like, seeing young Haven, you know, getting a first glimpse of him, even if he's just a kid. But yeah, that is Black Flag finished. And there was another massive time jump, of course, at the end. 11 years between Edward leaving the Caribbean and, you know, seeing the play here in London. So we just up and jumped into the year 1733 there. But yeah.
Take this. It's dangerous to go alone. Croquet and Hapiesel.
It's dangerous to go alone. Ray's violent. I'm not violent. What would make you say that? Hides the X. Slowly. Hello, the Arctic. Welcome in, dude. And good day to you. Such a good song that is. Yeah, I love the whole ending to Black Flag. Really makes emotional, you know, seeing like all your friends that you have lost along the way. But yeah, such a great song the parting does. Hello, the Lucinda. Welcome in. Ada, Lucinda. That's a verse. Definitely no worries about the sound buffer. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a great time in Philly too. No Ada here. And it being an Irish person singing it. Yeah. Definitely fitting. I love that, you know, the voice actress for N actually ended up singing the song. Hello there, Claudia Auditore. It's still wild to me, you know, how well she ends up voicing like a young kid. Like, if I wouldn't know it, that it's the same voice actress, I wouldn't have guessed that it's her. Rod, still so unfortunate what happens if the Kenway family thanks to the Templars. It really is. It really makes you wonder how things might have turned out if they wouldn't have been betrayed, you know? What if, you know, Haven was growing up to be an assassin? Maybe he still would have ended up, you know, looking for the vote. So the Templars wouldn't find it. Maybe Connor still would have come to be. I mean, unlikely, but I wouldn't have minded seeing that outcome either. Hello there, Frybread, welcome in. It really is. Yeah, I love the ending to Black Flag. Such a great way to tie things up, and yeah, I love Edward's character evolution. Coming to terms with the choices he made and, you know, taking on the responsibility. Both as an assassin, but also as a father. Thank you for the GG's, Lucinda. Indeed, Rod, what a gem. Especially a Kenway gem. And Lucinda, thank you so much as well for the 49 months of resubbing. Thank you so much. Before the Templars got their hands on him and brainwashed him. Yeah. It's so unfortunate, you know, even after Haven finds out about what happened to Jenny and the Templars manipulating him, that he still couldn't, you know, leave behind the Templar ways. I never actually read the diary, kind of like novel about AC3. But I remember reading like people talking about it, that he let himself be killed by Connor in the novel. Because he was still like disillusioned, I guess, a little bit with, you know, his path. And I mean, he still ends up, you know, killing the Templar Grandmaster as like a revenge. If they ever remake AC3, it would be really cool if those events would be included into the game. You know, seeing Haven kind of like rescue Jenny out of a prison ship. And both of them taking on Birch. Thank you for the GG's, Seraph. Dr. Darling AC Rogue Challenge Run, speedrun the game to finish it as soon as possible. It would be tricky because we're jumping back and forth between AC3 and Rogue and eventually Liberation quite a bit. So yeah, we will kind of like play those games back to back and at the same time. Makes speedrunning a bit trickier. Necro says hello to everyone as well. Hello there, Necro, welcome in. I hope you guys have a great time in Philly. It's Angela Galupo who voices both versions of Jennifer, also the crying boy Ezio helps in Brotherhood and young Elise in Unity. Definitely got some range there, especially in, you know, voicing children characters. But you hate that because it undermines Connor's skills and makes his success in killing Haven feel like he was weak or something. That's definitely fair too, you know, because in the game it definitely seems like, you know, Haven is dead set on, you know, killing him. And I mean, he's literally choking him by the end, you know, trying to end his life. But yeah, that's the thing sometimes, you know, the novelizations don't always 100% match what's happening in the game. Or they're more like, you know, based on what's happening in the game, but they might have created liberties to add their own kind of like, you know, thought processes. So far so good, listener. You went out for dinner last night. Necro said to tell Shida he had a pumpkin arrow last night. That's interesting. Can't say ever tried that before, but that's quite fitting for this time of the year. But yeah, pumpkin-based drinks can definitely be good for sure. Especially with that natural sweetness that some, you know, pumpkins have, like Hokkaido. Today you went out for breakfast and you will be visiting 2 places here. One is a place with many local shops and 1 brewery. And tomorrow you go to another brewery that will have a retro arcade attached that is free to play. That sounds really cool. That's really nice. Getting some nice, you know, food and drinks and getting to play some retro. It's been like such a long time since I've actually played a retro arcade machine. We actually have a video game museum in Berlin. And that one, of course, has like, you know, all the old consoles and also arcade machines, and you can actually play some of them. So that was the last time, like a few years ago, that I actually played an arcade machine. In a museum, that is. Well, that's true, it could have been an early version of the script for the game. With movie novelizations, they tend to go off an earlier start to time the release more close to the movie. Earlier script. That definitely makes sense, yeah. It's definitely tricky when you're trying to kind of like make it so it releases, you know, roughly at the same time or like shortly afterwards, because there's still so many things that can change in the, you know, developing process, of course, before the game is like ready to ship. Which might lead to changes that aren't being considered for another medium. Definitely is, Lucinda, yeah. Yeah, the last time that I was there was actually when Grace was visiting Germany. I didn't go in it, but Levy and her did though. That's pretty cool for sure. Like, it's definitely one of those places I like to take people to when they come and visit, if I kind of like interested in video games or, you know, the history. They even have like a really old school like ping pong kind of like physical game. And the thing is, if you actually end up taking like if the enemy ends up making a goal in the ping pong game, then you're gonna get physically hurt. Like basically where your hand is being, you know, laid down to kind of like play the game. They're gonna like electrically shock your hand, or kind of like have a machine that kind of like punches your hand or whatever. So it's kind of like extreme ping pong that they have. I played it once with a friend and it was definitely extreme to say the least. Need to go back there. Yeah, it was quite a few years now. I think the last time I was in the museum was like probably 4 or 5 years ago. But there's sometimes that isn't working well, or it's not like available to play on, so you definitely have to be a bit lucky. And you also have to call someone to kind of like unlock it for you, I think. Because not everyone is meant to play it. Like, maybe kids, you know, shouldn't play it, for instance. I think you actually have to be like a certain age, which makes sense. But yeah, so we now have finished Black Flag with our historical order run. 4 sync and no fast travel. We're gonna keep that challenge going into the next kind of like standalone game, I guess, but it's still part of Black Flag, of course, which is Freedom Cry. A story that focuses and follows Adewale, the quartermaster of Edward, on the Jackdaw a little bit further. And it has quite a different focus. I mean, even though we had, you know, we saw like plenty of plantations and slaves working it. Freedom Cry really focuses much more on the slave thematic and the struggles. And, you know, Adewale actively trying to kind of like free as many slaves as possible. At the same time supporting the Maroon kind of like resistance. So, yeah, it's gonna focus on that part of history a lot more. And it's gonna start 2 years after the cutscene we just saw here in London in the theater. So we're gonna jump to the year 1735. But yeah, I'm not gonna be starting that in this stream, though. But we'll wait until the next one. I'm gonna go and skip the credits here now at this point, because I want to have a look at the progress tracker just to make sure and verify that we've actually done everything we set out to do. But yeah. But 100% of the main sequence is done with all the optional objectives here. We got all the Templar hunts done. They don't have any objectives, so you always have them 100% completed. All of the assassination contracts are done, all of the naval contracts, and yeah, in this playthrough we didn't care too much about collectibles. None of them were really that relevant, historically speaking. So yeah, that was done to kind of like a minimum. But yeah, we've done all the legendary ships for. Would be kind of cool if you could actually replay them, but it's also understandable that you can't, I guess. But would kind of be nice to kind of like try out different tactics, or like maybe even get to use the advanced RAM on the legendary ships, kind of like make it fair play. But yeah, this finishes our playthrough. Just one more thing actually. There are some updates for a few characters here. Starting with Caroline Scott. Let's have a look. Okay, let's start from here. Caroline had a child some months after Edward's departure, calling the girl Jennifer. In the ensuing years, Caroline lived a life that alternated between great joy and crushing grief. She had a beautiful daughter and a supportive mother, yet her father, ever resentful for Caroline's defiance, never treated her as a daughter again. Right. So this is just Templar propaganda there, right there. What, because the database is written by, you know, Abstergo. In early 1720, tragedy struck with a slow but deadly force. Caroline fell ill and for many months languished at her parents' home. Desperate to get well, Emmett Scott, believing his daughter's illness to be self-induced, did little to aid her. Unfortunately, the disease was all too real. Caroline Scott Kenway died in 1720 in her parents' home on Hawkins Lane in Bristol. Man, fuck that father, seriously. He's responsible for Caroline dying, and you know, if he was like more accepting of Edward and his standing in society, then Edward never would have had such a strong desire to prove himself, you know, and to kind of like feel like he was never enough. Okay, so this is the update here to Anne Bonny's database entry. Owing to the fact of their being quick with child, the judge stayed the executions until they came to term. Some 4 months later, Mary had a child but died soon after in prison of a terrible infection. Until now, Anne's fate was unknown. Lacking an execution log or death certificate, it was commonly assumed that her father came to her rescue, paying the governor off and spiriting her back to the British colonies in North America. But we now know the true story. The only question remains is what to do with it. And Laureano Torres y Ayala. Okay, update. Though long since retired by the 1720s, Laureano Torres still commanded great respect and admiration from the people of Cuba. In 1721, he was evidently able to muster a few regiments of Spanish troops for the purposes of a secret excursion somewhere in the West Indies. Torres and his regiment were never heard from again, and though the official records hints that Torres died peacefully at some point in this year, newly collected evidence suggests an altogether different story. Well, yeah, that's where kind of like the lore comes in and, you know, might contradict the history a little bit. But, yeah, that's all of the database entries. Right? That means we have now officially finished our playthrough of AC Black Flag. Such a great game, and it was so good to replay this again, especially after, yeah, probably my longest hiatus of a game since like 2019. I kinda used to play these games, you know, once a year, but now it's been almost 2 years since I last played it. So it was definitely good getting to revisit it. But yeah, for today, this is gonna be everything I will be doing though. So let's go ahead and quit to desktop. And let's have a look who's online and who we could maybe send a raid today. Thank you, listener. I like that clapper mode. Enigma definitely has some good ones. Catch you next time, Sarah. Thank you for being here, dude. Okay, who's online? Yeah, thank you so much everyone for joining us today for the end of Black Flag. Yeah, so the next stream is gonna be the start of Freedom Cry, and I reckon that will not take me more than 1 or 2 streams because it's a rather short story. And yeah, then we already got AC3 and Rogue on the horizon. So that is gonna come up quite soon. No worries for the stream, Rod. Thank you also for being here, dude. And thank you again so much for the raid earlier as well. Hope you have a good rest of your night and a good sleep later. You would redeem a success sound bit, but you're not allowed to. You're not allowing yourself to, you mean? Oh, hold on. I don't have them... I had them disabled earlier. But I did re-enable them at some point, so... It's not like I disabled them or something. Okay, so we're gonna go and raid out to Amita today. He's playing some Detroit Become Human. A game I eventually will also play at some point, since it has been redeemed by Mauler, I think. So it's definitely on my viewer pick list. Amita is, however, not doing a mic stream today, so he's not you know, answering in person, but he's definitely gonna be in chat and, you know, writing there, just to kind of like, you know, save it in advance. But usually on the weekend he does like a non-comment like stream or playthrough, and then the rest of the week he's like streaming as usual. Thank you for posting the raid emotes there as well, Rod. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time. Until then, hope you all have a good rest of your day. And catch you over on the 7 Seas soon again.